Hey, what is up, everybody? I know I'm outside now for this video. I very rarely do videos outside, but I figured the day was nice enough. Why not do this video outside? And if you don't like it, then fuck off. Alright, so let's review 205 Live this week, because it's Saturday. I ended up missing. I actually did watch the show live, but I just couldn't do the video because I was too damn busy. And then I actually filmed the video last night, and my computer decided to be gay and not have my microphone glitch out. Thanks a lot, computer. So I'm just gonna do the video outside live, so that way I can enjoy this nice day. So let's talk about 205 Live, shall we? Okay. So we had Corey Graves and Tom Phillips on commentary for this show, and we had the first match on the show. It was Akira Tozawa versus the Brian Kendrick. The Brian Kendrick comes out, and he's shocked that he's shocked that Akira Tozawa wanted a rematch against him because of the fact that he's been outsmarting him left and right, and he said he's going to teach him lesson number 10, in which the crowd started chanting 10, 10, 10. So Kendrick then says, "Wow, I thought you guys were just a bunch of idiots. Oh wait, I guess I was proven right." And he said the lesson number 10 is psychological advantage. So they have the match. Thought it was actually a pretty good match. Akira Tozawa keeps trying to get at Kendrick. However, Kendrick keeps escaping, and then eventually Akira Tozawa catches Kendrick, beats the crap out of him, hits a 6-senton on him. Then eventually Kendrick thumbs Akira Tozawa while the referee's blinded, hits a drop kick on him, dominates Akira Tozawa for a while. He gets him into a camel clutch. And then Akira Tozawa starts to make his comeback. He hits a suicide dive on the outside, and he goes to go off the top rope, but Kendrick tries to catch him. Akira Tozawa hits Kendrick in the ribs, knocking him off, and Kendrick tries to act like that he hit him in the eye, but the referee's like, "I didn't see him hit you in the eye." So then Akira Tozawa goes to go off the top rope. Kendrick moves out of the way, but Tozawa lands on his feet, and he ends up tweaking his ankle. So the referee wants to check on him, make sure he's okay. So he's pulling Kendrick back, and Kendrick's starting to get pissed off about this. And Akira Tozawa, we find out, ended up tricking Kendrick, catches him in a roll up from behind, and gets the victory. I actually thought this was a good match, and I liked the finish. And and then afterwards, Akira Tozawa gets on the mic and says, "Psychological advantage, huh?" And he tells Brian Kendrick that this was lesson number 1 for him. So I actually like this match. I like the feud, and I kind of hope this does have a blow off. It should have blown off on the WrestleMania kickoff show. This match belonged on the WrestleMania kickoff show, but I hope this match gets, we get a match out of this at Payback, because they deserve a pay-per-view payday. And damn, Kendrick's good. And then what else was next? I want to make sure I don't forget anything. I believe next was Rich Swann versus... I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Like, I didn't forget, like, a backstage segment or anything. I don't think I did. So, next match was Rich Swann versus Oney Lorcan. Oney Lorcan, I don't know if this was his call-up to the main roster or anything. I'm not really sure, but I thought it was cool to see him out here. And I thought he had a really good match with Rich Swann. The match starts off, Oney Lorcan hits a sick uppercut onto Rich Swann, and then he hits a ton of hip attacks on him, and Oney Lorcan pretty much dominates Rich Swann throughout the beginning of the matchup. Rich Swann keeps trying to make comeback. He hits a sick kick to the head when he stomps on his head, then he hits just a kick to the head, and then he hits a kick to the ribs, and eventually Oney Lorcan hits an Alabama slam into the turnbuckle, which looked really cool. And then Rich Swann hits Lorcan with a Hurricanrana off the top rope and the Phoenix Splash for the win. But I thought this was a really good match, and I thought Oney Lorcan really made the best of his opportunity out there. And I think he really impressed everybody. I hope that he can get a nice push, whether it's in NXT, whether that's in WWE. But I don't think he's ready to be called up just yet, just because he hasn't really done a lot in NXT, and I think he could do a lot in NXT. And I believe the next segment was Mustafa Ali backstage, and Drew Gulak comes up to him. Actually, no, that wasn't the next segment. Afterwards, Rich Swann says that Alicia Fox has been getting a lot of nice gifts, and Noam Dar has been taking credit for him. And he says that he reveals that Noam Dar wasn't the one sending the gift; it was him. So I don't know why he's doing this. I think he's just playing mind games with Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, just being an asshole. In which case, I'm gonna say, what a heel and what an asshole, because he's trying to come between a relationship. Now, if the reason, because there's no way they can make this a babyface thing, because he's trying to hit on Noam Dar's girl. I don't think that's what's happening, but whatever. So then Mustafa Ali was backstage, and Drew Gulak comes up to him, and he congratulates him on his match against Neville, and he said that maybe if he had been a little bit more conservative in the ring, he could have knocked off Neville. And Mustafa Ali says that, look, whatever you're buying, I'm not selling. And then Drew Gulak says, like it or not, 205 Live is going to have a change, because he claims that the fans continuously ask for the flips and the kicks, and he said that 205 Live needs a change. And he says, you're welcome. Well, he says, he doesn't say you're welcome, but he says something like that. I actually like the storyline they're trying to do with Drew Gulak and Mustafa Ali, and I kind of like it because sometimes I always say that all these matches have a bunch of flips for no purpose, and I kind of like that. And I kind of like that about Drew Gulak, that he's trying to get rid of that. I'm not saying I don't like those type of matches, but whatever. Then next, Neville comes out and cuts a promo, and he talks about how he asked the fans how it feels to be proven right, and he says you guys would know nothing about that because you guys backed Austin Aries going into WrestleMania for the Cruiserweight Championship, and he thanks the fans for not believing in him because that lit a fire under his belly. He thanks Austin Aries for being such a clown that he could just beat him, and he thanks the 205 roster for for wanting to continuously get a shot at his title. And he said that tonight there's a fatal 4-way match and the winner's going to get a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship. But Neville says what they're really doing is it's 4 men going to get their heads cut off in the farmhouse or something like that. I actually thought Neville cut a really good promo. He nails it every time. Then we had the actual fatal 4-way match itself, where the winner becomes the #1 contender to the Cruiserweight Championship. It's Jack Gallagher versus TJ Perkins versus Mustafa Ali versus Austin Aries. Before the match starts, Aries and Neville have an intense face-off, and I really enjoyed this match, mainly because it was kind of unpredictable about who's going to win, because everybody in this match were babyface, and everybody in this match had some type of issue with Neville. Jack Gallagher and Neville have a history from when they faced off for the Cruiserweight title. TJ Perkins and Neville have a history from when Neville attacked him and turned heel, and they've had, just kind of a feud for when TJ Perkins won the Cruiserweight Classics, and Neville upset that he wasn't in it. So I like that. Mustafa Ali and Neville have been having a lot of matches lately, and have some type of... Sorry about that. I didn't put my phone on airplane mode, so somebody ended up calling me. So, yeah, somebody ended up calling me. It wasn't anything important. So my video cut out, so I'm just going to continue with what I was talking about because I don't really feel like making another video about this again. So, it was, like I was talking about, everybody in this match had a history with Neville. Neville and Mustafa Ali have been having a lot of matches. And Aries... obviously has the most recent history with the stuff from WrestleMania, and the build up there. So we have the match itself. Aries chain grapples with Mustafa Ali. TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher go at it. Perkins kicks Gallagher in the head, and then he hits a Hurricanrana onto Mustafa Ali. Aries takes him down with an arm drag, and then everybody's laid out on the floor. Jack Gallagher is going to go off the top rope with William III. Mary Poppins style, but Aries tries to suplex him in the ring. Gallagher lands on his feet, and the match pretty much breaks down into chaos. Perkins hits a springboard plancha on Mustafa Ali and Austin Aries. Mustafa Ali hit a lot of sick dives in this match. Aries hit a heat-sickened missile onto Neville and Perkins. Perkins and Mustafa Ali. Jack Gallagher went off the top, Mary Poppins style, and then it's just down to Perkins and Gallagher. And there was even a spot where Perkins got Gallagher on the knee bar. Aries then put him into the last chancery, and then Mustafa Ali bounced off the ropes and hit a drop kick on Aries. That was cool. Jack Gallagher goes to drop kick Austin Aries, but he accidentally ends up drop kicking Mustafa Ali, which ended his luck in the match. Then it's just down to Jack Gallagher ends up hitting the headbutt on Austin Aries, and TJ Perkins pulls him out. And then it's just down to Perkins and Jack Gallagher for a while. Perkins hits a detonation kick onto Jack Gallagher, and then he bounces off the ropes instinctively and hits the headbutt on him, and this knocks Gallagher out of the win. And then Aries hits a discus 5-arm on TJ Perkins for the win, and he becomes the new #1 contender to the Cruiserweight Championship. I think this makes sense because of the history between Neville and Aries. Any of these guys would have made sense, but I think Aries makes the most sense because there's still storyline you can do there. So I'm down with that. And afterwards, Neville was even like, we've already done this. We've already settled this. And Aries says, you thumb me in the eye. We ain't done by a long shot. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing the rematch between Neville and Aries. I think they'll have a better match at Payback, just because they'll be able to do a lot more than they did. So overall, if I had to say my thoughts on 205 Live, I thought it was actually a really good show. I rated a 7 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it. You had a lot of good matches on the show. All the wins somewhat mattered on the show. You know, obviously the Fatal 4-Way match mattered. Neville's promo was good. What else did I like on the show? I still like the feud between Akira Tozawa and the Brian Kendrick, and I like the stuff they're trying to do with Drew Gulak, and I liked the Orny Lorcan and Rich Swann match. I just don't really care for that feud between Rich Swann and Noam Dar. I wish they would just end Noam Dar, but why not end him, like, just get him in a new storyline, because he's probably not that bad of a wrestler, but he's just in such a shit storyline. I don't know why they picked him out of all people to be in the storyline with Alicia Fox, but whatever. But that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video outside, because who knows when I'm going to be doing another video outside.